Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of The Last Few Pounds. So glad that you are here with me. Today I would like to share with you my 7-day challenge of eating whole food plant-based. Before I get into it, I have a question for you all. I was recently asked to present to a group in New York City, remotely of course, since we are all on lockdown, about nutrition, and that's a pretty broad topic. So my question to you is, if you were to attend such a remote presentation, what would be one of the most important things that you would want me to cover? And then perhaps I'll do a video about it too, so I can share with you all. As for my eating protocol, I had a pretty specific idea in mind: fruits, vegetables, nuts, legumes, seeds, and grains. That's pretty much it. Just how I combined those things, it just depended on the meal that I wanted. You'll see that I didn't film my food each day for the 7 days, and that's because a lot of it was pretty repetitive, especially my first meal of the day. So there's a lot of filming on day one, and then as far as my meals after my first meal are concerned, they were just sort of varieties of different bowls that I would do. So this was meant to be as simple as possible, especially since people are on lockdown. It's also meant for people who are not maybe chefs at heart. They don't know exactly how to put things together. You don't have to know how to be a great cook in order to provide yourself with really delicious and really simple, easy recipes that can help you lose weight. Before we get into the food, please give this video a thumbs up. I do appreciate the encouragement, and it really helps my channel to grow. And it also helps these messages reach more people. Thank you so much for everything, you all. And without further ado, enjoy the food vlog.
So I pretty much ate the same first meal every day, like I mentioned, which consisted of some oatmeal. Here I'm using whole oat groats. Mashed up banana. I mashed it with a fork. I didn't blend it because I want to keep the insoluble fiber intact. And the whole oat groats you can just order through Bob's Red Mill. It's super good. It ends up having this nice chewy consistency. And I used frozen blueberries, some ground flaxseed. If you're going to use flaxseed, always use the ground version. The ground version has to be refrigerated, but the whole seeds are shelf stable. I ended up just microwaving everything. I am fine with using a microwave. I added some cinnamon and ginger to my oat groats because the How Not to Diet book indicates that you can lose some additional body fat with these nice spices. I also used unsweetened soy milk each day. I know that's not really a whole food, but this one only has water and organic soybeans, minimally processed, no added a bunch of crap. And so I know that's not a whole food exactly, but that's what I did. And I drank some protein powder and BCAAs only on days when I worked out. Otherwise, whole foods and water.
Don't record my terrible hair.
Okay, so I know that I don't necessarily eat salads all the time, but I decided I have some fresh lettuce, so I'm going to make a salad. I always add my G-bombs every single solitary day: greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds. These black cumin seeds add in weight loss, and I make my own dressing as well. Here I use cashews, a little bit of water, and some balsamic vinegar, blended it up, poured it on my salad. Super good. Added some raw walnuts, yummy. Here I have a sweet potato that I just microwaved. That's all.
My video is working again. I tend to eat these sweet potatoes just as is. I might add some blueberries, but pretty good just by itself. And I eat sweet potatoes either cooked or raw, but if I'm wanting to feel a little fuller, then I'll go ahead and just cook the sweet potato. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and add some blueberries.
To do this, I just scraped out the middle and microwaved some frozen blueberries and stuffed them in there, kind of like a sweet potato taco. Really simple, but really delicious. I love it.
Okay, hold on. I want this.
quick intermission. If you are interested in seeing the food that I prepared, not just on a whole food plant-based challenge, but everything, feel free to follow me on Instagram, where I post pictures about food, fitness, and fur babies. Also, if you're interested in getting some one-on-one nutrition coaching, feel free to email me, which is in the description box below. Now let's get back to that food. Currently in the process of making some smashed potatoes. Pretty excited. I'm going to add some of my handy dandy soy milk, salt, and a few other spices. No oil.
This was the end result. Pretty good. All right, I also munched on some dates if I'm wanting something sweet. And here you'll see I'm preparing a dinner that was honestly ended up being a little bit lackluster. It was good. It tasted good, but it didn't really leave me full for very long. And you can see these have been in the freezer for a long time. 2 giant chunks of broccoli and butternut squash. But it was tasty. I wish it would have stuck around a little bit longer. A little bit hot, I guess. All right. This is a lentil soup that I made. And also potatoes that I'll just eat by themselves, sprinkle a little tiny bit of salt on top if I feel like it. They're good just as it is. Here's another warm bowl salad, and I'm making another salad from scratch. I did feature my dogs because they are super cute and thought it would be a good break from the food only portion of the video. That's our new rescue, Pee-wee. He is so cute. I ended up making a bunch of bowls throughout the week for my second meal or my last meal of the day. And as I said, every single solitary day, I do try to get in greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds. That acronym is G-BOMBS that I got from Dr. Joel Furman. And whenever making a warm bowl or a salad, sometimes my only dressing is a salsa if I don't feel like making the dressing or if I just want to add a little bit of zing. I ended up adding the rest of the other half of that avocado. So I ended up having a whole avocado. I still try to get all my calories in because I am lifting and wanting to still build some muscle. So here are some other bowls that I made throughout the week. They're really good. Some lentils on rice. I also try to eat some raw pecans, raw pistachios. You saw raw walnuts earlier if I'm feeling munchy. And here's some muesli that I just bought. It's only Whole Foods. I was out of dried mango, but sometimes I will add some dried mango on top of muesli. It's so good. But I was out, so I went ahead and cut up some dates to put on top, a little bit of extra. Pretty good. I hope you enjoyed that. Over a period of 7 days, I didn't lose a ton of weight, but I did lose 1.5 pounds. But because I don't really have a way to measure body fat specifically versus, muscle gain, which I don't think I've necessarily gained a whole ton of muscle in the span of a week, but all I can do is go by the scale. That's the only thing that I have at home while we're on this lockdown. But I will say before and after pictures are really important, and I really should have done that more than what I did. All you can see is sort of the first day in the video, but I will say that I do think that I've gotten a little bit more shredded, so that's indicative that I've lost a little bit of body fat, so I'm pretty happy about that. All while eating a lot of food. One thing about doing high carb, low fat, whole food, plant-based is that you get a large volume, and that's really important to somebody like myself. If you are struggling with any aspect of your journey, perhaps maybe especially now that we're on lockdown, please feel free to reach out. If you would like one-on-one coaching, that's something that I offer, but if you would like me to make a video just so that it's broadly available to everybody for free, let me know in the comment section below and I'll be happy to make a video about that. This little guy was losing his mind, so please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it so much. He appreciates it, don't ya? Subscribe if you haven't already done so, and make sure to ring the little bell so that you can see the next challenge that I do. Leave a comment or a question below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Until then, ciao. I love you so much.